Hello, Sasa. How are you, Charlie?
I'm
How
fine.
are you?
Doing
Glad. Okay. Yeah, good. Okay, that's very good. Happy New Year as well. I think we haven't met this year officially on FPL Matters, so Happy New Year to you as well,
well to you
Charlie,
too as
Charlie, 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 Charlie. I'm super elated and glad, and I know boys are trying yache. Boys, the number of questions I've had in my DM as to this season, what is happening? Are we not doing this and that, Charlie? Me, I'm a bre. I have been thinking about what to do and stuff like that, but Charlie, we are happy, and by God's grace, we are back, and the FPL Ambassador show is back. So good evening to you. I know you are 2 hours ahead of me. You're always almost close to midnight, but Charlie, for the sacrifices you make for managers, you are here today. Thank you very much. So FPL, how has your FPL been so far this season, and how has game week 23 been? And then we'll just quickly move into 24 because we have delayed a bit in time starting the show.
so the FPL has been okay. I think it has its
Wait,
ups and
wait, wait, wait. I can see from your voice the way you're even talking. It really shows that the FPL has been okay.
it's been okay. It has its ups and downs. I think I was on a roll in December till
Okay.
Solanke hit that hat trick, which
Oh,
caused an end.
Charlie. Oh,
I,
Charlie.
I never owned Solanke. Personally, I never owned Solanke because I don't think it was the right time, and he banged that hat trick, which affected me. But either way, it still didn't move me. And then the first game week after the break, that long break, it was a
Yeah.
big hit for me. It didn't work well for me. But since then, the last two has been good. I think a whole lot of people are focused on 25, which
Mm-hmm.
I think is a good focus, but
Okay.
it's very tricky because you when we get there. But as at now, I think FPL has been
Has
okay.
been good. Okay, has been okay. 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 For me, like this, the reason why boys, I know boys, I want to know why we didn't do for the first 8 weeks of the season. I was going through some one or two stuff issues, some personal issues and stuff like that. I know you spoke about it. Why I haven't done
Yeah,
anything about FPL? I wasn't even following football. Like 3 months, I not even following anything football. So it wouldn't have been right for us to be able to start the show as well. But I just told, but everybody should relax. I know I'll come back, and when I surely come back, we'll be able to come and have our shows as well. So managers, we are back and we are glad to be here. I know that the people who have been waiting for people say that because of me not doing FPL ambassador show this year, they have been losing and things have been going so bad in their league. So they begged me and I said, okay, we'll come back. And by God's grace, we are back as well. So as we are here, we are in for business. City have turned the curve and they are ready to take the title from Liverpool. And I know Sasa, you're not happy about it, but City will take the title or any other thing apart from that.
I keep telling you that City is not winning the title.
Okay, so who is
Eh,
winning the title?
don't worry, because City will lose at Anfield.
Okay,
City will draw with Arsenal, which is
okay,
and that is only the two parts that this thing needs. Liverpool needs, and that's all.
okay. So what odds not to her? Say, oh, baby.
Oh
Okay.
no, it's
So,
not
so
the
let's not forget. So because of time, guys, we'll do the snappy because there's been delays. There was a technical challenge from my end. There were about because you have done it in a while. The laptop card does not want to do the show, but Charlie, we are on, so we are good to go. So Sasa, game week 23. Any key point from game week 23 before we move into game week 24? Any key things you picked up from game week 23 that managers should note as well?
so game week 23 was a Foden Watkins show, and
Sure,
I think I had a little eye on Watkins, but sometimes it's better to go safe. I did the
sure.
safe thing, which essentially I regretted because in terms of the captaincy choices, nobody even looked at Foden.
Not at all. Not at as long
Foden,
as De Bruyne and Haaland were going to play, nobody would
yeah,
have looked at.
nobody. He might start, but he wasn't. So it wasn't a right choice. But then I think the lows in there had to do with it had to do with this thing, the Newcastle game,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
because
For
everybody had Dubravka,
okay.
literally. And then
Sure.
Dubravka decides, and Newcastle decides to give a shell shock of performance,
Sure.
and it was amazing. But the surprise was Flecking.
Yeah. Flecking. It's
People
really
thought
good
Flecking
about
was going to
11 saves against the whole city.
yes, 10 points, and people had Flecking on their bench. But anyway, those are the highs and lows. The new bandwagon is, I think, for me, is Jota.
Sure. Spot on.
Is Jota and this Luton defender, Doty or whatever.
Dirty. Yeah.
People,
Yeah.
yeah, people are looking at Doty. Bradley could have been, but
Mhm.
because Trent is back, it's a
Mhm.
bit shaky. And then due to the loss of his dad,
Yeah. Sure.
Bradley
Sure.
lost his dad. So I think you don't know when he's going to play or when he's going to return. If he does return, whether he starts or not. So those might be the highs and lows, the new bandwagon, and then that's it. That's for me.
Sure.
That's how Game Week
That's
23
everything
is.
has been.
Game
Sure.
Week 24, in terms of when you're looking forward to Game Week 24,
Mhm.
I think a lot of people will start setting up their teams for Game Week 25.
Yeah. That's very
They
true.
won't really care. But then the risk here is that you can
Hmm.
set up your team nicely, but if when you have the double game week, and then assuming you have three Liverpool assets,
Sure.
after that you don't have any game week. So now
There's
you
a
have to,
blank.
and I don't know, but I think majority of people have not used their wild card,
Yeah.
and they are waiting to use their wild card in game week 30. So
Okay.
essentially, when you do this, how do I call it? When you do this,
The hokey pokey.
Liverpool 3,
Okay.
City 3, City will definitely play, but the
Sure.
Liverpool 3,
Will not play.
because now a lot of people have one, like, not a good bench, but they have some few players. Some have Lascelles like me, others have Taylor on their bench like me, others have Archer, still trying to maneuver their way out of that. But unless wildcard. So if they make a mistake, they need to plan an exit strategy essentially.
Charlie, this is when the FPL becomes FPL. You are thinking how to go around. It's not like something that is just quite straightforward. It's straightforward, everybody can do, but you have to really think outside the box, find ways and means to maximize the potential whilst navigating the challenges and be able to have the opportunities as well.
Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
Mm.
So that's essentially it. So people should find
Yeah.
their way out. Yes, you can
Out.
plan, but their way out. Like
Yes.
for me, that is
Okay.
it.
Okay, that's very true. So for somebody like me like this, actually, so what I've done is that I've setting up my team such that I'll have enough players for 25 and have enough players on the bench also for 25. First, I was even thinking about bench boosting, but I was like, if I bench boost, I would have liked to bench boost, but I noticed that I will not get any better triple captain opportunity like this in the latter part of the season. So whether better to triple captain now and then save the bench boost for later, and then still have the bench boost kind of team, which in a good way helps me such that when I get to game week 25, naturally I would have had 9 players who would play because I have a good enough team out of 15, whereby those 6 guys will go and I have 9 who are playing. So the 9 that will play, I'll just have to just do a -4 and get two guys, and then those 2 guys get allow me to play. So managers, this is the time you have to think. And now if you're going to buy a player, don't buy a player who is going to blank in game week 26. So the team that are going to blank game week 26 are Liverpool, Liverpool, Luton, and then Spurs. So if you have their players, don't sell them. You can have them 22, 24, 25. But then if you don't have them, don't go unless you're buying somebody like a Jota and have a very good exit strategy for him in 26. And this is when the FPL conundrum comes. You have to think about outside the box and stuff like that. So managers, over to you. I'm sure next week will be here to they will have some clarity on the stuff and things like that. But these are my key players for this week. So I have you say sad. As for the goalkeeper, but it's 5.0. That's the only thing. It's expensive. Trent is Trent. So what I've done is I've bought Trent and Bradley my team, so that as by 25, when we get there, and whatever happens, I'm prepared for whatever it is. So that's how I wanted to go around it. And then I have De Bruyne. De Bruyne has sparked the engine as well. I know with time he's going to pick up a mouth from there. And then this forward, Adebayo, 4.8. I don't know. Luton, funny enough, have made their home ground a very good fortress whereby they score goals, even if of whatever team they face. As long as he's up front, he's involved in some attacking returns, he's still worth buying for money. Especially when people want to now get Haaland and then De Bruyne into their team along with Trent. He's a very good make weight there as well. As for Bradley, you spoke about him that he's quite good, but because of the uncertainty of his dad's funeral, unless we wait for cross presser tomorrow, we can't know what to do. But captaincy, I think that this week the captaincy is quite very, even though it's an early kickoff. Ellen Brad Haaland at Etihad first match. At least he's now played 2 games, one from the bench, one 90 minutes. And even if he's going to play 70 minutes, I expect that City at Etihad, Everton, they should do a very good job. So these are my key players for the week. How do you see them and what do you think about this for managers?
Okay. I think your squad is your key players. Your key players are good, but let's see what they
Okay.
can offer.
I got it for sure. Okay. So so these are players that I have and the Pema captain. You all know what Pema captain is. I didn't get okay, yes, good. Now people need to know I started talking about at the start of the show how we are going to go around these the schedule. So now we are in 24, but next week we have a double game week for City, Liverpool, Brentford, and then Luton. And then the double game week, City are facing Chelsea and Brentford all at home. Liverpool are facing Brentford away, and then Luton at home. Um, yeah, Liverpool are facing Brentford away, and no, yes, Brentford are Luton at home, and then Brentford, Liverpool and City. So Brentford fixtures they're quite the toughest in there, but those who have Tony keep him because of Tony is able to score against the big guys as well. Then Luton are facing United and then Liverpool. Even though these games are a bit tricky, I'm sure their guys might get 1 or 2 attacking returns in there, and they can pick it from there. And then after that, as you were saying, what is much more painful is that Liverpool, Liverpool, the most crucial team, the Liverpool is blanking. So your Trent, your Jota, and maybe that one, managers have to think about how to go around them. Those who have Cole Palmer, think about him, Richarlison, and then Poro, think about the looting guys. So this is what the dilemma is. But for now, what I tell managers is don't plan too much into 28. You just think about how to navigate 24, 26. When you are done with that, you have at least one free transfer at 27. And then use the transfer at 27 to plan towards 28. And then what you can do is you can dead end your team into 29 based on this is going to be the greatest blank. We are possible going to have about 12 teams blanking. So about 6 teams not playing. And then when you dead end into 29, in 30 you wild card and then pick it from there. So these are some of the possible because it's too difficult to decide where which people, but this is what is look like the optimal. It doesn't mean it's the best. But if you think around it, find a better way around it, that's what you can do as managers. So how do you think about the schedule moving forward this season?
I think after 24 it would determine how you go because yes, Chelsea blanks on 26. You have Spurs blanking, you have Luton Town, you have Liverpool blanking. But then that is about 50% of people's squad because in that
Sure.
time people would have likely 3 Liverpool assets. People will have, if not anything, they might have other City players, and people might have a player like Palmer, but because they don't want to take a hit for Palmer because he can pull surprises at any given time,
Sure.
what they are going to do is that they are going to keep Palmer and see what happens. But all in all, I think after the 25, that will be when the thinking starts. And in my view, it is now that FPL has started, and
Yes.
we need to see what is happening because If your bench is good, you can risk the three Liverpool players. That's me. If your bench is good, you can risk the three Liverpool players because you can just stick the three Liverpool players and put them in. Um, but we need to take note of something. In terms of the double game week, I know Klopp wants to win. There's a likelihood Klopp might play Bradley against Luton Town because he looks at the magnitude of this of what he
The
has. But
Carabao Cup.
VVD, but Van Dijk is not backing down, so
Oh,
Van Dijk would definitely play. So and we you need to know how you're going to navigate your way through, because for me, my best advice for this is get two Liverpool players, and
two. Okay.
that will possibly be either Jota and Nunes, or you go Jota and Van Dijk Van Dijk as your safe bet because Van Dijk will definitely start. If you go Jota and Trent, Klopp has this kind of attitude where there are days he just wants to prove that he's the best in the world, where he wants to shuffle things. But we just have to be mindful of that. So for me, get two Liverpool assets. That's for City. No matter what you're doing now, you need a three. You need a Foden.
Yeah.
You need a KDB. You need a Haaland. He's
Haaland.
not. He's playing them till Champions League starts, and as
Sure.
long as Champions League has not really started, that is where it comes in. But on the blank game week, advantage now for the
Sure.
blank game week, the advantage now is majority of people have Richarlison.
Sure.
People are likely to sell Richarlison for Jota this week.
Okay.
That's what people are likely to do. Sell Richarlison for Jota in the next game week, or or like it's easy to get rid of Chelsea and Spurs players. It's very very easy to get rid of them. So for me, the highest risk is Liverpool assets because Liverpool assets are so expensive. Letting them go and bringing them back in will be difficult. And then on to my last thought, which is Salah.
Okay.
Klopp is likely not to risk Salah. Salah might come and play only a cameo in the last game
Okay. Just to
because
warm up fit stuff for
just
fitness
to warm up
reasons.
for the cap. So we need to be mindful. I might be wrong. I might be totally
Sure.
wrong, but we need to be mindful of that. So that's my take.
Okay. That's actually true. So the risk players are the Liverpool players. They double, but you are doubling and you are blanking. So managers to watch, and you should, as you said, find an exit route in there. And Richarlison, the point is now what you can do. The very good thing for us is Salah is not in the game. If Salah was in the game, then the budget would have been very tight. So if you have money, instead of selling some players for the others, what you can do is try and strengthen your bench so that in 26 you can bench those guys that are not playing, and then you can still have, even as a blanket, you can even have 10 players to play. That's okay. It's not always you have to have a 11. Sometimes you can have 12 players, and the 12 players will give you just 20 points, and then somebody is just 4 players in his team will give you 50 points. So it's about just having the quality that more than that's about that. Okay. So I think we've spoken about whatever managers need to know. Next week will be here as well. So and as in time goes, so we'll be able to know how things are going far better there. So Sasa, this is your team looking at like how it was from game week 23. What are your plans there as well? I need to do some editing. Don't worry, I'll do it quickly. Don't worry, you talk.
Honestly, for me, I plan to roll over.
Okay.
I plan to roll over the transfer. I know it will be sweet to do possibly an Archer to Darwin,
Okay.
but I plan to roll over to look at my chances for game week 26, because game week 26, if I'm doing the triple captain on Haaland, if I should do triple captain on Haaland, then it definitely then means that I can take a hit. So for me,
Okay.
that one you can buy Jota and you can buy what's the name, Nunes, and then possibly you can buy one extra player to cushion the blow. So that is my view. And for me, my advice is if you can if you can hold on to Watkins, it's best to do
Sure.
that.
Sure.
So I think I will roll my transfer. That's
You will
that's my take.
transfer. Okay,
Roll
good.
my transfer.
That's good. So I think so. Rolling a transfer now, at least the team is okay to play for this week, and then
Yes.
I'm sure by game week 25, we'll have better information about which players are most likely to play in which teams and the fitness strategies. Because someone like those who bought Kyle Walker like 2 weeks ago, assuming Pep says that whatever he has done is going to discipline him even further, they'll be surprised by the time the double game week is coming. So if your team is okay, you can roll your transfer, and then as you get closer, like to the 25, then with a double transfer, at least you can even make a minus for like gives you three transfers, and then you are good to set up your team and then take advantage. And most likely, the triple captainship is going to be activated by most managers. So don't sometimes that's what people managers overthink. They say they want to use their bench boost to show that their bench boost is better than triple captain. This is prime. City has two prime fixtures at home, and this is when the Champions League distraction has not started. They are beating Abonkele Chelsea. Sorry, Chelsea fans. I'm sorry. Abonkele Chelsea and Brentford. All the two games are at Etihad, and you expect that when you're in the title race with Liverpool, they will surely want to score some goals. In anything can happen, but that is football. So I think I agree with you on rolling for a better reason to have a better team in 25 with the two transfers and then the extra one for the minus four. Okay, guys, our senior Gaga had to join us for the show. Yeah, our senior, Ghana's top manager, overall national champion in 2017, who has a very enviable record. I call him the FPL Godfather of Ghana. But he just told me that he got home quite very late, very stressed and tired, exhausted. He couldn't. But next week he will surely be here with us. But this is his team, so those who want that poor, he can pick up from his team. But I don't talk about this team as well. I know you will come and answer it in the comment section tomorrow. So those who are waiting, but Charlie, he had 108 points. Look at the team, Charlie. Richarlison, Foden, Watkins, Palmer, hey Charlie, and Ganacho. Hey, guy, Charlie. Oh, sweet. It's a long time I since I taking a point in my team. So let me come to my team. Why? For my who went now. Sketches. I know sketches you're watching because of me. Come and attack me. Why? So guys, for the first 8 games of the season, I wasn't actually playing. But all I did was Roland reminded me that every week I just have to come and just do one transfer so that I just don't waste it. And he would suggest something to me, I just do it. I didn't have any idea how football was going. But when I came back in game week 8 or 9, I was around 5 million. I've been working very hard and I've gotten to I think one I entered the top 1 million, but what why folding and then folding and Ganacho and then Co have done to me, I have dropped back to 1.3, 1.4 million. But I'll rise that. So, but the very funny thing, after dropping, I have done a -8. The -8 was I rolled my transfer from last week so that I can buy Haaland. So I bought Haaland. Who did I buy? I bought Haaland. Hey, I bought Haaland Ganacho. So I bought Haaland Ganacho Bradley, and I finally sold this guy. Oh, Leno. Leno was just wasting space in my team, and I needed the coins, so I sold him as well. So it was supposed to just a -4 for Bradley Ganacho and Haaland, but I was short on money, so I sold Leno. So that is my -8, and now my team is set up so well. Now you look at my team very well. Now in game week 20, what do you call it? If I can decide to roll next week because I have Highland and De Bruyne, and I have Jota and then Arnold, and then all of these maybe I'll just try and see if I can get the Dirty here. But aside that, my team is okay for 25. Then in 26, during the blank game week, I'll use those two transfers to sort out my team and have a stronger bench and have some key players still in my team as well. So Sasa, managers in the audience, please any questions you have for us, you can just let us know and then we'll just answer for you as well. Any questions so far? But Sasa, any key thing you think we need to note? It's been a very quite snappy show because Charlie, we all have to attend to family duties and stuff like that. It's not easy. Being a man is not easy. But Charlie, any key things you need managers and reminders or managers to note? Can somebody say he's wild card in this week, or they should just reserve it after the blank game week, or how do you think about it?
We can reserve they can reserve for the blank game week. But I think you mentioned one player, Ganacho. People might keep an eye on him, but I think Hoyland, is it Hoyland or whatever the guy's name is? He has found
Mhm.
his scoring boots.
Serious. I'm also eyeing him for about 2 weeks now. I'm just waiting to see whether it's only him or the team as well. And I think, and that's to say that the managers should know almost every year there are players who don't do well in the first half of the season, and then the second half they find some scoring run like the Lingard, in
Yeah,
Hanacho, Charlie. They just so when you see the run, either you join the bandwagon early or you just complain, it won't work. Then 5 weeks is going, 6 weeks, then still you not join it as well. So
yeah.
everybody
That's
just open minded at this point in the season.
that is it. So let's see. Let's see
Okay,
what happens.
happen. So keep just so aside everything, captaincy this week, captaincy. Who are we captaining? De
You
Bruyne,
ask
Richarlison, Haaland.
you ask me, you
Uh-huh.
ask me. I favor what's the name? De Bruyne. But SMBT, you have to do so. You see, I have a wild thing. Early kickoff, there are two people who are exceptional, which is Salah and Haaland. But
Sure.
if it doesn't go well, then it messes up. De
It messes up
Bruyne,
the whole game week.
De Bruyne can give you an assist. So I think for me, the three captaincy picks are Haaland, De Bruyne, and Jota.
Sure, sure, sure.
So I think you can take a risk with any of them, Haaland, De Bruyne, and Jota. I am not going for Richarlison. I am not going for Spurs because Spurs are very shaky.
But they are
And
playing Brighton concede goals as well.
is Son back?
Yeah, no, no, he has to play the third place before coming, so he wouldn't be back by then.
Okay, okay. So I
So
think so. That's me in terms of my captaincy
so
between
Haaland, De Bruyne, and then Jota.
yes,
Yeah, and managers, they were reminding you, Haaland is back. Don't overthink. Some of us were happy Haaland got injured for 2 months. It opened the game up for us all to find a way to different. Now he's back, so you just come to safety. You can captain him and then use your other players as a differentials to rise. And you think he's going to be fit for him to end of the season. So managers should watch all of this as well. Okay, Sasa, it's been really,
yes,
really, really, really good having. We hope the best. Now that we are back, I think that managers, we are sorry for not being able. It's not my fault, Charlie. What I don't want to talk about it, but it was challenges beyond our control. But now we are back. We're ready to serve you for the next 15 game weeks to the end of the season as well. So trust us for quality content, every single thing that you need as well. And then as well. Oh, but some sad news. Some sad news. Some sad news. Um, our Hall of Fame guest, Precious. Precious was always on our show. So it was Precious, you, Alex, and Co. that you called in to just assist as guest as well. Precious passed away in December. So it's been very sad for me because Precious actually was coming down from Canada to Ghana in December for us to plan about ideas to how we can move the show to the next level and even bring in some equipment and stuff as well. But he passed away before he could even come down as well. But we observe a 1 minute silence for Precious and make so West in. Okay, I think the video itself has done its own 1 minute silence. So on this good
yes.
note, we'll end it here and then all the best managers. Let's let's
Thank
let's tell a friend that FPL Ambassador show is back and we are back for good. So we'll meet God willing next week at 9 p.m. The reason I do 9 p.m. is our schedules are now a bit on, tight for us, but managers bear with us. We will do it for you. It's gonna be are doing the sacrifice. So please, when we come, you to come and give us the apple and let's see how it goes. Sasa, thank you very much for the sacrifice you
you.
made, and I'm sure things are going to go well. So we'll chat in our DMs and stuff during the week as well. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Bye then. Thank you. Bye.